haven't done one of these. It's been too long. Look at her go! This shit is so fun. And then she stops and falls over. I love her. That's not a kit review, baby. That's like a teaser. Oh my God, her ears twitch. That's so cute. She is immortal. Hello, friends and gamers. Now, this was originally going to be the Xiao kit review, but the more I thought about it, because I'm recording this right after the patch video, the more I thought about it, we're actually going to be pulling for Xinguang. So I thought it'd be more, ooh, but if we do the Xiao one first, I can get the staff. You know what? We're going to do Xiao's kit review first so I can get the polychromes off of her trial. I also think Xiao is going to be shorter than Xinguang's because Xinguang is kind of, Xinguang is the Void Hunter, right? So I think it's going to take longer to do Xinguang's than it's going to take to do Xiao's. So we do already have Xiao, obviously. We're going to build her up a little bit in this video after we do the trial for the kit review and everything. So we're not pulling for Xiao because everyone gets a free Xiao. But we are going to do her demo and go through her little tutorial here and learn how she works. I have to move my box back over as well. I think, where do we usually put the box? It's the other side. Yeah, where do we? I haven't done one of these. It's been too long. Good thing these loading screens take so long. Gave me enough time to move the box back. There she is, Xiao. She's so cute. I'm so excited to see her running animation because her running animation is literally what got me to decide to pull. So we start with part 1 of her combat tutorial. When frostbite points are full, doesn't tell us what that is. Switching Xiao into combat will trigger entry skill Burst of Frost. When Xiao activates entry skill Burst of Frost, an Ether Veil Wellspring will be activated. So we're gonna take a look here. So when frostbite points are at a maximum, press space to switch to Xiao and activate entry skill Burst of Frost. So I'm assuming they're maxed, so we can just do that, and immediately we start doing that. All right, her animation cycling, I don't even know what the right words are anymore. It's been too long. The animations are very fluid, very clean for her. Part 2 of the combat tutorial then was Xiao triggers an extra special attack under Ether Veil. A quick assist will activate. If switched out afterwards, it will automatically chain into basic attack Final Verdict, and Xiao will begin charging. I feel like they're making these combat tutorials a lot less wordy, which isn't great for our purposes of the kit review, because I feel like now I'm gonna have to go in and we're gonna have to add in the full reading of the skill descriptions and everything like we do for Reverse 1999. Because they're making these a lot shorter, which I can see probably why they would do that. But for our purposes here for the kit review, we're gonna have to go into the skill descriptions and things. So we'll do that after this, and then Xinguang will do it in a better order. Also, I don't know if this might be a weird thing to notice, but I feel like they did some optimizing on frame rate and stuff, because I feel like I'm not experiencing as many frame drops. So when an Ether Veil, press extra special attack to launch that extra special, and then we have a squad mate switch in like that. And I think Xiao can pop in from time to time as well. So she's not locked off the field. All right, let's do it. Hit this. Have Soldier 11 come in. Let's switch back to Xiao. Why not? I also, we need to take a little minute here because look at her go! This shit is so fun. And then she stops and falls over. I love her. I love her so much. She's so goofy. I said this in the not the kit review. Oh my God, this is the kit review. I said this in the patch video, but Xiao is like, I wasn't planning on pulling or anything, so I'm happy that she was free. But Xiao is one of those characters that really exemplifies one of my favorite things about Zenless Zone Zero, and that is that it is so expressive and knows when to not take itself seriously. The thing about Zenless, also we need to see Xiao's ult, so I'm gonna try to switch back onto her. I just realized. All right, yeah, her ult's ready. There, Kiki. She's so, I love her. Oh my God, she's so fun. I love her. And she stays on field then throughout her ult. So again, Zenless is utilizing that. Like, they realized that the player base loves seeing their characters on screen as much as possible. But the Xiao running thing exemplifies one of my favorite things about Zenless, is that it knows when to not take itself seriously and when to take itself seriously. So like the main story can be like the most gut-wrenching thing you've seen all week, and it takes those sort of things seriously. But in terms of like character animations and like outfits and things like that, when we have the super expressive characters, when we have even the super expressive moments in the main story, paired with things like Xiao's running animation that is like ridiculous and so animated and goofy and not serious at all. Like the game knows when to take itself seriously and when not to, and I think that's a really good, I think there's a very good balance with that. Because the story, because that's like a whole thing people have with it, is the game being too like fan servicey or too like spicy on the surface. But when you really get into the story, it's like, oh, this is like really traumatic and dark. Okay, all right, I see what we're doing. Where did that come from? But I think that just really exemplifies it. Is this patch especially, because I know that with Xinguang, there's a lot. her lore goes deep. But and then we have like Xiao running around with the cartoon circle legs. Like that's a switch up if I've ever seen it. But yeah, it seems like they are shortening the character demo stages, so we are gonna have to go in and look at all the details we can, because we've been here for 7 minutes. That's not a kit review, baby. That's like a teaser. All right, let us, because we can actually go into my character menu and do that there. Let me grab. I hate that there's so many things. What's F2? Oh, it's because I did the tutorial for Zhao. Hold on. 10 polychromes. We're gonna need those. Not for this video, for the next one. All right, time for a reading exercise, friends. Let's go build Zhao. But I never got Banyue. We never did the Banyue kit. I've skipped that whole entire patch. I've said this so many times, and I've said it a lot in, oh my god, her ears twitch, that's so cute! I'm getting sidetracked. I said this a lot when we were doing gacha recap, and then I trashed like the whole month's worth of gacha recap episodes, which I might actually bring gacha recap back in a new form, because I am so behind in all my gacha games and I would like to be back in the loop. So I might actually bring it back, but I might only do it for the games I play. Because before, when we were doing it, there was I included games I don't play, and it became a lot. So I think we might bring it back in a new form. Gacha recap 2.0, because 1.0 did not work. She's so cute. Oh my god, I don't even know how to go about this. I guess we would go to skills to get the full information. I'm gonna do that level up here, get her up to 40 at least, because that's what we were given. We were given the mats for that. I have to do a convert and fill. That scares me, because I'm supposed to have mats to 40, but maybe it just gave us the replenish mats. We'll find out. So that's the replenish. I think I can get her up to 50. Yeah, I can get her up to 50. So claim those master tapes. Again, we're gonna need those to get some collateral for the Xinguang banner. Oh my god, look at her weapon though. Wait, is that a little bunny hanging off the edge there? I can't tell. It's a little bunny, that's cute. Okay, Ice Defender, I guess we would go through all our skills and stuff here. And also I'm gonna do talent unlocks and things. So we'll start with this. I think we'll just go through the basic stuff here, because I don't usually get into these ones. The core skill enhancements. I don't think we need all that. Do we want to go look at her core skill? Do we need to look at her core skill? I think we're just going to do this main row here. Okay, all right, okay. So her basic attack is called Glacial Judgment. Launches up to 5 slashes forward, the first dealing fist damage and the following 4 ice damage. I don't know if other characters have done it that way, but I do think that's a really cool way to do it. So there's 2 different stages to her basic attack. We have that Glacial Judgment and then Final Verdict. After getting ready, Xiao starts charging up, then launches a forward slash on release, dealing massive ice damage. Glacial Judgment is a press, and Final Verdict is a hold. That's the difference there. While charging, Zhao accumulates up to 5 seconds of charge at 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds of charge time when the finishing move of basic attack, Final Verdict, chain attack, or assist follow-up hits. The stored charge time is consumed to deal additional damage. For every 1 second of charge time, Zhao deals 13% of her max HP as additional damage. So it looks like you're probably going to be wanting to build her HP, because that's what she's scaling off of here. When Zhao is in any Ether Veil, I'm assuming Xinguang also does Ether Veil if it's mentioning that. I'm assuming that is the through line with characters from this patch, because usually the 2 characters released in any given patch, there is some sort of through line in how their kits connect, even if it is they're from the same faction. But if the characters aren't from the same faction, like in the case of Zhao and Xinguang, there usually is some other mechanic that is connecting them, and I think it's this Ether Veil. So when Zhao is in any Ether Veil, if she gets switched out while charging, the charge can continue, and we did see a little bit of that in her demo. If Frostbite points are maxed out when the skill activates, all Frostbite points are consumed to trigger Ether Veil, Wellspring, and a Quick Assist. If a squad mate is then switched in via Quick Assist, Zhao automatically follows up with basic attack, Final Verdict, and begins charging. This is kind of what it was explaining in the demo as well, but this is a little bit more of a extensive thing. During skill activation, anti-interrupt level increases and damage taken is reduced by 40%. I do think that is also helpful in any skill that needs to charge up like this. While not the currently controlled character, the character is invulnerable while using this skill. So if Zhao pops up on screen and is charging, she cannot die. She is immortal. Cooperation exercise. Wait a minute. If I hit a cooperation exercise, is it like, can we actually see? Deploy. What happens? This might be new. Because I'm curious if this will just be the combat tutorial we just did, or if it'll be specific to the skill we're looking at. Yeah, okay, this is just her combat tutorial. Okay, so we're just gonna leave because we've done this already. So that's how you can access that for next time. Or if we're doing this for characters, we're getting reruns for or something. Okay, so I actually could go back and do kit reviews for characters like that are rerunning before they rerun. Noted. That is gonna make things a lot easier. All right, there's Xiao. So we're going back to skills then. We then have dodge. So there's 3 different types of dodge you can get with Zhao. I should probably, while we're here, let's level up these skills as much as I have. Yeah? Okay. I don't have that many ice chips, apparently. So the first version of her dodge is called Bunny Hop. This is a single press. A quick dash dodge. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. We then have dash attack, bouncing dash, press attack during a dodge to activate. She slashes forward, dealing fizz damage and ice damage. And then her dodge counter is called swift blink. Press attack during a perfect dodge to activate this one. Performs a falling slash ahead, dealing ice damage. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. I'm sitting here in Arknights. I'm like debating if I want to do reaction content anymore or not, but if we're going to bring back gacha recap, and I think I might do it tonight now that I'm like in the zone with recording. Arknights Enfield just posted the Perlica demo. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh, I got to deal with that now. Okay. We then have her assists here. So we have 4 different kind of assists with Zhao, starting with her entry skill assist, Burst of Frost. When Zhao has maximum frostbite points and is in combat, the character switch button to activate, she will launch consecutive attacks forward, followed by a slash, dealing massive ice damage. Upon activating this skill, all frostbite points are consumed to activate Ether Veil Wellspring. Upon activating this skill, a quick assist is triggered. I think the demo was also trying to explain this a little bit. If a squad mate is then switched in via quick assist, Zhao automatically follows up with basic attack, final verdict, and begins charging. We've kind of seen this wording already. Activating this skill is considered as activating a quick assist. Character is invulnerable while using this skill, so we've kind of seen a little bit of this already. Quick assist then is called Patch the Gaps. When the active character is launched, press switch to activate this one. Launches a falling slash in front, dealing ice damage, and characters invulnerable while using this skill. It's just a shorter version of this one up. It's a quick assist. Is a quick assist. Defensive assist then is called Frost Veil Suppression. When the on-field character is about to be attacked, press switch. So this defensive assist is one that I do very frequently. This parries the enemy's attack, dealing massive daze buff status debuff. Daze is they become idle essentially. The enemy. This skill excels at parrying enemy attacks and reduces the consumption of assist points when the character is under intense attacks. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. I think character is always invulnerable while using this skill. Yep, it's the same here. So we have our assist follow-up then, Frostlight Reflection. Press attack after a defensive assist to activate. Again, just because I am constantly like clicking in this game, I tend to do a lot of assist follow-ups as well in my combat. Launches multiple slashes in front, dealing massive ice damage. Upon activating this skill, if frostbite points are maxed out, all frostbite points are consumed to activate Ether Veil Wellspring. Very similar thing here. This is something that Punishing Grey Raven actually does a lot, where they will give you different names for the same skill, and it's just like the same skill in a little bit different circumstance, but it works almost identically in every different circumstance. They just call it something different because it's like a little bit different. Upon activating this skill while in any Ether Veil, a quick assist is triggered. If a squad mate is then switched in via quick assist, Zhao automatically follows up a basic attack, final verdict, and begins charging. And say it with me now, characters invulnerable while using this skill. So that's the whole bit with the assists. I think I can build some of these. Do a little bit of character and material and replenishments, do a little bit of leveling with what I have. We then go to the special attack skills. There's going to be 2 versions of Zhao's special attack. So we have the normal special attack, Shatter Frost Surge. This is a single press on the special attack button at any given time. Launches a forward slash, dealing ice damage. Upon activating this skill, consumes 5% of current HP to grant all squad members HP regeneration equal to 1.06% of Zhao's max HP per second for 5 seconds. The HP consuming effects of special attack Shatter Frost Surge and extra special attack Frost Float Tundra can trigger at most once every 30 seconds. So on the topic of that Frost Float Tundra, say that 5 times fast, Oh my god. Frost Flow Tundra is the name of Zhao's extra special attack. So with this one, once you have enough energy on the extra special, once the button turns pink and purple, that is when you activate that one. I only tend to do extra special attacks. I try to hold back on doing a special unless I have enough charge to have an extra special on field. So this one launches multiple forward slashes, dealing massive ice damage. Upon activating this skill, consumes 5% of current HP to grant all squad members HP regeneration equal to 1.06% of Zhao's max HP per second for 5 seconds. So again, it comes in with that HP regeneration. Again, builds Zhao's max HP as much as you can. She looks like her mechanic is HP, which she's a defender, so that does make sense. The HP consuming effects of special attack Shatter Frost Surge and extra special attack Frost Flow Tundra can trigger at most once every 30 seconds. We heard that already. Upon activating this skill, gain 20 Frostbite points. If Frostbite points are maxed out, all Frostbite points are consumed to activate Ether Veil Wellspring. So Frost Flow Tundra is kind of just a mishmash of everything that Xiao can do, it seems like. Upon activating this skill while in any Ether Veil, a Quick Assist is triggered. If a squad mate is then switched in via Quick Assist, Xiao automatically follows up with Basic Attack, Final Verdict, and begins charging. And again, characters invulnerable using this skill. A lot of Xiao's kit is just the same thing in different situations. I think that it's very repetitive, very simple kit. I'm assuming that's why she was given out for free, and also HoYoverse knew everyone was going to be playing for Xunguang the Void Hunter, and gave her out for free. I believe the same thing happened with Haramasa, actually. He released the same patch as Miyabi, and they knew everyone was going to be pulling for Miyabi. But on that note, if you don't claim your Xiao in this patch, you may never have another chance to get a copy of Xiao. There has not been a single rerun for Haramasa since we got him for free that one time. They never reran that guy. He's off somewhere being sick. And you know what? Me too, buddy. All right, chain attack time. So this is Zhao's chain attack and ultimate. So her chain attack is called Temporary Alliance. When a chain attack is triggered, select the character to activate. Launches multiple slashes in front, not just one this time, multiple. Actually, I think it's usually multiple. She does the same thing over and over, dealing massive ice damage with those multiple slashes in front. After using this skill, gain 5 frostbite points. If frostbite points are maxed out, all points are consumed to activate Ether Veil Wellspring. Upon activating this skill while in any Ether Veil, a Quick Assist is triggered. If a squad mate is then switched in via Quick Assist, Xiao automatically follows up with Basic Attack, Final Verdict, and begins charging. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. She does the same thing repeatedly. Can we skill enhance this? I'm like fully out of materials, I think. Yeah, I'm fully out of chips. Yeah, a chain attack is the same thing. Her ultimate then is called Bunny Barrage. When decibel rating is at maximum, press the ultimate button to activate. This is her ultimate. You press the button. Launches consecutive attacks in front, followed by a falling slash dealing massive ice damage. After using this skill, gain 20 frostbite points. So there's a jump there. Is there a jump? Well, there's 5 on the chain attack, so there's a jump. If points are maxed out, all points are consumed to activate the Ether Veil. And then it's the same thing. Upon activating this skill while in any Ether Veil, a Quick Assist is triggered. If a squad mate is then switched in via Quick Assist, Xiao automatically follows up with Basic Attack, Final Verdict, and begins charging. Character is invulnerable while using this skill. Alright, I can say that in my sleep now. She does the same thing over and over again in different scenarios, and that's kind of her entire kit. I don't hate it. Very straightforward, and that is most likely why we got her, part of why at least, we got her for free. So I can't be mad about it. On that note, though, we are going to switch over then to the pay-to-play section. What is the pay-to-play section of the video? If you're new here while I move my box. The pay-to-play section of the video is where we go over the paid copies of a gacha game character, because last year I found out how much y'all are spending for these, and it ain't cheap, and it's rough out there right now. And you don't need every character in a gacha game, and you don't need to M6 every single character in your gacha game, all right? With HoYo games especially, they can be very volatile in terms of meta. The one thing here is, if we base when we're going to get a Xiao rerun off of when we're going to get a Haramasa rerun, there was never a Haramasa rerun. So will we ever get a Xiao rerun? Jury's out on that one. So in a weirdly weird situation, it's almost kind of like when we have Reverse 1999, we have limited characters, like the anniversary characters and things like that only get run once a year. And we don't know if they're going to be, we kind of know at this point, because we just hit the second year recently on Global, that they will rerun the anniversary character at the anniversary. Anjonala from last year is finally getting rerun as well from the half anniversary bit. Like, they do rerun them eventually, but it takes a long time. And even with Haramasa, there was never a rerun. So I almost have to look at this and treat Xiao as a limited character, like double limited, because we don't know if and when we're getting a rerun. Because she is in the same situation that Haramasa was in, and Haramasa still has not gotten a rerun. So I don't know what we do with this. So jury's really out. My usual recommendation, if a character in a gacha game is good, if they have a good kit, you don't need any copies, extra copies. If any extra copy is just going to be like, oh, that's cool to have. Yeah, that's awesome. Usually my recommendation in any gacha game is, if you are a low spender, just get the one copy and see if you even like the character. Pull again at the rerun sort of thing. We don't know if we're getting a rerun though, so there is that. What I usually say, if you're a low spender but are thinking about going all the way, stop at 2. Usually HoYoVerse is notorious for stopping at 2. If you're a high spender, pull up to your M2, stop there, wait for a rerun, wait for the end of the patch at least, like don't go crazy. Usually stop at 2 is what I have to tell you. Stop at 2, just wait. But everything we just went over in terms of Zhao's kit is at M0. That is one copy of Xiao. Everybody got that. So from here, we're going to go take a look at her M1 Righteous Verdict. This is going to be 2 copies of Xiao. And with this one, when Xiao switches out of being the active character, which you will be doing a lot with her, all squad members' damage ignores 15% of the target's all attribute resistance for 50 seconds. I will say 15% resistance isn't a ton, but it is all attribute. So do I think you need this? It would be nice to have, but I don't think it's going to make or break your game. M2 then, or 3 copies of Xiao. This is Krampus Senior. When Xiao recovers HP, her attack increases by 20%, and other squad members' attack increases by 15% for 50 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. Again, I don't think this is something you need, especially if we're looking at Xiao as more of a burst support character. I don't think you need to be focusing on attack increases for her. You will boost that pretty frequently because she is a very passive HP recovery unit, but I don't feel like you need this, and it scares me that they're doing the thing HoYoVerse sometimes with extra character copies. If they can't figure out what to do with a character, what they will do is turn like a support unit into a main DPS for some reason. And it's like, well, if you're using her as a main DPS, then yeah, get the extra copies. But if you're using her as a healer or like a attack support, what are you doing? You don't need these. I don't even know if can't recommend 1 or 2. Okay, so 3 is going to be means to an end. Frostveil Edge, this is 4 copies of the character. What's a means to an end? It is a character copy that literally is just some extra level bonuses, and you don't need these at all. Like, you don't need it. Basic attack, dodge, assist, special attack, and chain attack levels go up by 2. You don't need that. Don't stop at 3. The only reason you would stop at 3 is if something goes terribly wrong. I say it all the time. So then from 3, we move to 4, Featherlight Footsteps. This is 5 copies of the character, and we are getting into heavy spender territory here. When Zhao activates an Ether Veil, which she does a lot if you look at her kit, she gains 250 decibels. So that is going towards her ultimate. So basically, it's just making that ultimate cooldown shorter, essentially. The crit damage of her ultimate, chain attack, and basic attack final verdict increased by 40%. Yeah, this really is turning her into more of a DPS unit. So if you're using her in that capacity, that's where I would maybe recommend going for her Mindscape Cinema levels. But if you're not using her in that capacity, don't pull for extra copies. You don't need them. M5 then, Fuzzy Listener. This is 6 copies of Xiao, another means to an end. Basic attack, dodge, assist, special attack, and chain attack levels increase by 2. You don't stop at 5. Keep going or just don't even get there in the first place. And then M6, the highest of the highs here. No value has its own value. This is 7 copies of the character. It's like $500 at least. With this one, it is the longest one we've had so far, by the way. The crit rate buff from core passive Ideal Colleague increases to 125% of the original value. The extra damage gained from charging during basic attack final verdict increases to 140%. I don't know what the base number is because you can't click on things in here and see things. That reverse lets me do that, and I like it there, but I can't do it here. And accumulated charge time is no longer consumed when attacking. I don't necessarily think you need this. I don't think you need her Mindscape Cinema. I think these are all really redundant. I think all of her Mindscape Cinema levels are really, really redundant. I don't think you need them, but I do think that is actually a plus because I said this at the top of the pay to play section, right? That if a gacha game character is good, if their kit is good, you will not need any of their Mindscape Cinema levels in order to play them properly. And I don't think you need any of Zhao's Mindscape Cinema levels, quite frankly. If you find yourself using her to do more damage than what is intended with her, then maybe that's when I would start pulling for copies. But you can tell they did not know what to do with her Mindscape Cinema. Do I think it's a lazy kit? No, not necessarily. It's a free character, so I can't knock it, but I think she's a very free-to-play friendly character in that situation, and I can't knock that in a gacha game. I can't knock when a character is free-to-play friendly. And Xiao is free-to-play friendly. I'll stand by that one. And she's so adorable and cute, and I love her. And she's also, her design is so unique compared to what we see like with humanoid characters, and Zenless has not utilized the Thyron character models going full Thyron. They have not utilized that enough. Like, I'm not saying hire a furry artist, but I'm saying hire a furry artist, put them on your payroll. Because you can do so many cool things here. Anyways, I haven't seen her marketing videos yet. I know there's one, like, they did a little dance. If somebody can find me the motion file for that dance, I'll get my VTuber model to do it. Don't worry about it. If someone can find it for me, I'll do it. Very cute, though. I do want to very quickly take a look at her W engine before we end the video, because that is something I've been meaning to do a lot more of. And I opened up the wrong menu, but it's fine. We'll just grab this really quickly. F4 is the pull screen. All right, F3 is the pull screen, I think, in Genshin or something. Like, I totally goofed that. So her W engine, it's called Half Sugar Bunny. It's so stinking cute. I love it so much. Hold on, let me move the box back. Or actually, oh, that's so cute. It's this little shaved ice. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. I'll move the box. Oh, I don't know where to put it because I don't want to cover the visual, but I also don't want to cover the text because we're kind of here for the text. Okay, really quickly, here's the visual of it. So I don't know what this overlay means. That's so cute. Oh my God. So here's the full thing here. That's adorable. I love it. And even, like, I wish we could play with it. So it's a little, like, shaved ice machine. That's the cutest thing ever. I want to see the front of it because I do want to point out references on the front of it. The little ice cream bunny is adorable. Because on the front of her W engine, maybe it's easy. Yeah, it says moon here, which I think is really cool because I think part of Zhao's, like, inspiration comes from I think it's like a Chinese folktale of, like, the rabbit who jumped over the moon or something, or who lived on the moon. I don't know it word for word. Can't go bar for bar on that one. But I do believe it takes inspiration, and Zhao's character design as well takes inspiration from like an actual Chinese folktale, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna move over to the other side of this. Or actually, hold on. We can go right here and we can see everything, yeah? So this is when you equip this W engine to a defense agent, Fragile Sweetness is triggered, and the equipper's energy regen increases by 0.46 seconds. Yes. So like 1 energy regen per 0.46 thing. Yeah, okay. All squad members gain 10% attack and 10% max HP. Only one instance of this effect can exist in the same squad. So if let's say you had a team of all Xiao, because you can do that in co-op now. You will not get, and everyone has Half Sugar Bunny equipped on their Xiao, right? Everyone has best in slot, everything on their Xiao. You will not get 30% attack increase. You only get 10. It does not stack. Same deal if you put Half Sugar Bunny on, like, in your own team, if you weren't in co-op, if you had this running on everyone in your own team. I didn't even take a look at co-op in the patch video. I totally forgot to take a look at that. Anyways, is co-op live, or am I making that up? I don't know. But if you have, like, let's say you went in and put Half Sugar Bunny on everyone in your team, it would not stack either. When the equipper activates or extends an ether veil, so this is the part of it that's relevant to Xiao, all squad members gain 30% crit damage for 60 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. Okay, so yeah, not too sweet and not too cold. I feel like this is just right for Xiao. No, this is a very cute W engine. I don't necessarily know if you need it. I'm gonna assume there is like free to play best in slot option, I would assume. So then there's the W engine effect. Her ears light up a little bit, which is super cute. She's adorable. I love her. She's so cute. But yeah, I don't know if I would recommend pulling for the W engine. I'm just gonna assume there's a free to play option there. Like there has to be, Because if Xiao is that free-to-play friendly, there has to be like a free-to-play option for her. I'm curious because we can probably go in here and open up the special training plan and maybe figure that out. Do we have recommendations yet? Recommend. Here we go. Half Sugar Bunny. Hold on, I'm with the box again. Give me a second. I'm not gonna fix my model, so just cope. Half Sugar Bunny is her best in slot, obviously. It's the exclusive one, but popular other ones are Original Transmorpher, Bunny Band, which I feel like somebody probably equipped that as a joke, and they were like, oh, wait, this actually works, okay. And then also the Brimstone, which is a S-rank engine from Signal Sir. Whose is this? Who's his best in slot is Brimstone? I'm going to put Bunny Band on her because I have 3 Bunny Bands and they're not on anyone, so I'm just going to put that on her. I think that'll work. And also, I do have Original Transmorpher. I might put that on her. This with Original Transmorpher, it is increases max HP, so that's why you're putting that on Xiao. Bunny Band also increases max HP. Actually, it looks Bunny Band and Original Transmorpher look like they do almost the same thing. Okay, Original Transmorpher is her best in slot free-to-play option because the advanced stat is HP. I think that's why. Yeah, okay, the advanced stat is HP, whereas a Bunny Band is defense. So yeah, I'll probably put Original Transmorpher on her. Yeah, all right, you know what? Let's just equip that now. That totally works for her. Let's do a little bit of enhancing while I'm here. Why not? Build up the Zhao. Is it like her, is it her best in slot? No, but I think it's probably it's her free-to-play best in slot, and I'll take it. I would like to run a free-to-play Xiao, because if we're going to be spending money on anyone, it's going to be Xinguang. Not bad at all. I hit more plans by accident. That was my bad. Okay, so yeah, that was the Zhao kit review. We'll end right here. Like I said, we're not doing polls in this video. I'm going to be doing all my polls for Xinguang, and I would like to do her kit review now, but I am, my throat's a little bit fried, so I don't know if we'll get that far. I'm debating which one we want to end on. I'll move the box back here. Which, like, is the best art for her? Do we want sitting? Do you want the W engine art? It's kind of, the W engine art is cute. I'm just like, what's her best art? She's so cute. All right, we'll end there. Overall, for a free unit, I think she's really good with that one. I think she's a really good free-to-play unit, like M0. I would love to try her out actually in like team comps and stuff, but for a free-to-play unit, I think she's really good. I do think in terms of free-to-play units, I do think Xiao is probably better than Harumasa, at least in like community response. Maybe that's because she's so cute, but I know a lot of people really don't like Harumasa. I love Harumasa. That's my chronically bestie. Like, I love him. He gets me and I get him, you know, like, I get it. But I know a lot of people really don't like him. I do, though. So I'm not a lot of people. Stay safe, y'all. I do think the reception to Xiao, as well, I do think Xiao's kit is actually better as well. I love Harumasa, but I haven't used him on a team in a hot minute. But let me know your opinions nicely. Be nice about it. Because I know some of y'all are really mean about Harumasa. Like, some of y'all, it's like, whoa, like, stay safe, y'all, stay safe. Some people really don't like him. But yeah, what's everyone's opinion on Xiao? I think she's great. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. I would say I hope all Xiao havers are Xiao wanters, but we're all Xiao havers here. I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video, which the Xinguang kit review is coming soon. I think I'm so geeked over it, I might just do it now. Bite the bullet, lose my voice, do it now. We'll see. But until then, I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys!